There are 10 things that every teacher must do on their first day of school. If they want their school year to be successful, then they cannot leave any of these 10 things out. Here they are in no particular order. The first day of school must greet your students. As your pretty kids are coming down the pathway, you need to be ready to help them out and greet them. You need to help these nervous Norins feel better. And the best way to do that is by making them comfortable with your smile and warm greetings. Number 2, introduction. Have each student introduce themselves. There are lots of fun games to play where students have to share a little about themselves, like let's decorate, would you rather questions, and group contracts. You can even find some in my back to school activities. Number 3, teach procedures. Teachers must teach procedures to help them be successful throughout the year. It has to be done, but don't just have students just sit and take it all in at once. I made that mistake. My first year teaching, I droned on for what probably seemed like decades for those poor kids. And you know what? They didn't learn my procedures at all. Mention them as it is time. For instance, mention the procedures for lunch a few minutes before lunch. Mention procedures for break time, a few minutes to break. Mention procedures on how to answer questions immediately after you ask a question. Seriously, otherwise it's information overload and shut the teacher out mode. Number 4, build community groups. Why do you have to build communities or groups? Actually, building community is important because throughout the year, you can work together like a team or a family. This can be done through various team building activities, which I will share with you in another video. Have work for them right away and all day. When students enter the classroom, even on the first day of school, there should be something for them to do. This sets the tone for the entire year. They need to understand that in your classroom, you get down to business and that working and learning is a priority. Now, obviously, it is the first day. So, you may be thinking, what am I going to have them to do on the first day when they enter? Why not a questionnaire, such as an interest inventory, to get to know them more or have them write about their vacation, in brackets, writing sample. Make sure you have plenty of things to do on the first day. I always overplanned on the first day because I didn't know just how this group would move. Were they tortoises or were they hares? You don't want to be standing there unprepared with a few hours left to go. That leads to classroom management issues. So to avoid this, ensure that you have work for them right away, and if possible, all the day. Enforce rules. This is very, very important. Point number 5 is very important. Enforce rules. I know some teachers will not enforce rules on the first day of school, including me, because, well, it was the first day. That is a big mistake. Make sure you introduce the rules. In brackets, you create them together. Actually, this is the best way. Creating the rules together with them, they feel part and parcel of the rules. Right away and begin enforcing them on the first day. So create the rules with create the rules together with them. They will feel part and parcel of them, of the rules, and right away begin enforcing them on the first day. Warnings and consequences should be done. You usually don't have to worry about them on their first day of school because they are so incredibly sleepy and in denial that summer is over. But hey, you never know. Enforce rules. This is very, very important point. You need to ensure that you enforce rules on the very first day of the school. I know some teachers will not enforce rules on the first day of school because, well, it was the first day. Mark you, big mistake. Make sure you introduce the rules, and if possible, it is much better to create them together with the students. Right away and begin enforcing them on the first day. Warnings and consequences. You usually don't have to worry about them on the first day of school because they are so incredibly sleepy and in denial that summer is over. But hey, you never know. Questions and answer time. This is one of my favorite things to do on the first day. It's a great opportunity for me to make connections with the students and begin building relationships with them. I provide students with a 3x5 index card and allow them to write down any questions they have. They can even ask questions about me. Sometimes the questions are silly and wild, and I answer them kind of silly back. But that is just me. Not all students have questions. You should keep that in mind. And that is okay. I answer the questions on the cards And then I share with students a little about myself, including artifacts from my childhood. Like when I was young, I used to run, I used to play modeling, and other artifacts such as my report card, my hobbies, my handwriting, and even pictures from when I was in elementary school. Students need to hear about your childhood and who you are outside the classroom. It helps them see that you also made mistakes and you are a human too. The kids learn so much from it and love it. Number 8. Read. Yes, read. On the first day, demonstrate the importance of literacy by creating a time for reading. If you don't want to drag out your library just yet, then choose a read aloud, even a picture book that will indicate their interest. And just slow down to enjoy reading. We need to create students who have a passion for reading and who enjoy it. I am biased, of course, because I love reading. If you need some ideas for what to read, then check out my back to school read alouds. Observe and assess. Number 9. I know students get tested. I am not saying it has to be a formal test, but the reality is that when they come into our classroom, we don't know exactly where they are academically. Sure, we have an idea because of their files and previous teachers. I like to get started right away because the sooner I can get that information, the sooner I can start teaching. I can't stand taking days off so I can assess. Observation is another great way to take note who they are, forming relationships with for when you start creating sitting charts and so on. Of course, if you can't get to this on the first day of school, then do try to get to it within the first week. If not, you will have it rough all through the year. Ease their nerves. Students are very nervous on the first day of school. They are nervous about you as a teacher, about their class, because they don't know who will be their classmate, how the class will look like, about what they will learn this year, and so much more. Even if they have been in school for many years and have many of their friends in the same class, they are still nervous. Help them feel at ease by calming help them feel at ease by calming their nerves and giving them heads up to what they will learn. I always try to give them a preview similar to a movie trailer of what is to come throughout the school year and excite them. When the school starts, think about how you want the day to run and imagine being in the shoes of your students. They are not going to want to do the same thing that every teacher does every year. They aren't likely going to want to present about their sermon or listen to you drone on about the rules and procedures. Yes, some things have to be done every year, but there are ways to get those things done while still making the first day great. What do they say? It's the first impression that counts. Here is to an amazing first day and a successful school year. Want more valuable teaching tips and other amazing perks such as discounts, giveaways, flash freebies, real deals, and so much more? You just need to do one thing, and this is become a VIP member by joining my channel. Click here to subscribe. Thank you.